Guys, it's been confirmed. Trump says Bitcoin is money.
Load up.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 in Tennessee, Nashville, with Mr. M.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know what time is it, what day is it. Lost completely track of everything, but we're going back to New York, right?
Exactly. We're heading back to New York. We're gonna stay there for a day. We're gonna fly directly from Nashville to New York, then out to Dubai. But with Delta, screwing us over. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah. Delta screwed us over, and we ended up, sitting on the tarmac for 4 hours.
But we got water.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
In first class. And I remember when you said, "Hey, so first class," I'm like, "Dude, you'll be lucky if we get water in the United States." Like, what are you talking about, first class? Anyways,
water was there.
Yes, it was there. We did get lucky.
Can't complain there. So the idea is to go back, but we don't know if we can make it.
Exactly. Not yet is keyword. But yeah, I think we will. All right. Well, anyways, great show for you. We're going to be talking about what happened at the conference, right? Going over the Trump speech and also, doing some TA because you know what? This is the last call for alcohol. Those people who want to actually buy some Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. This is the moon time.
It's now.
It begins. It has begun.
It has begun. Indeed.
And make sure, if you do want to buy this, that you head over to ByBit.DaVinciJ15.com, right? Link is in the description below. And if you're an American, you're going to have to do a little bit more work. You're going to have to get, your own ID from residential IDs from some other country. As Americans are personas non grata in most exchanges.
But if there is a will, there is a way.
Exactly. So yeah, if you're interested, right, and you want to use all the rest of the exchanges around the world and the banks and stuff like that, you can have this kind of ID that will,
let you in.
Let you in, exactly. Yeah, so that's important. All right, well, before we go on to charts and stuff like that, we want to go to WAFFLES chart. WAFFLES, right, it took a little bit of a dip, but that's okay. Nothing goes straight up.
Exactly. Didn't we discuss this before the live show? Like, this is the time you want to buy. No financial advice, but you don't buy the green, you sell the green. So instead of being worried, I would, no financial advice, load the truck.
Exactly. And then people were messaging, going crazy about ORC going down. I'm like, Jesus, man. Did it go down 90%? 98%?
Nope.
No. What the heck's wrong with people?
I know. We've been begging people to sell. Remember?
Exactly.
It was last week. Sell, buy. So thank you for whoever sold.
Thank you. Exactly. Because, I did get some down here this week, right? It's like, okay, right? Since you're scared, leave. Let the rest of us profit, okay?
Exactly. Think about when you want to buy something and it's like Black Friday or this.
I know.
What do?
I know.
You just go and buy it, right?
Exactly. It's just your asset that you believe in went on sale.
I know. Well, thank you very much for whoever sold.
Oh, exactly. We appreciate your support. Exactly. Yes, same with PayPay, right? PayPay,
PayPay.
We're going to get paid on PayPay, right? It's found the bottom, right? It's going to probably test it a few times, but it's going to rock it off, right? So make sure you load up. Okay, so over the weekend, a lot of stuff happened, right? We're going to be going over some of the news, right? Not everything is here, but the links are in the description below. Okay, let's start off with the Peter Schiff accidentally endorses Bitcoin? Interesting.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Peter Schiff is the number one hater of Bitcoin.
And you debated him on my channel. So make sure you go and check it out.
So yeah, check it out. Check out that debate, Mr. M's podcast over here.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy to find. Just Mr. M's podcast in the search. Okay. Bitcoin's nemesis, Peter Schiff, accidentally endorsed the leading cryptocurrency in a recent social media post on X platform. Really? Schiff pointed to the results of his most recent poll, which showed that 87% of Bitcoin holders would still refrain from selling the leading cryptocurrency, even if its price were to crash by as much as 99%.
You don't know my two Satoshis here. By the way, Peter is a legend, right?
Yes.
Gentleman, and he's
Yes,
a legend.
Definitely.
But most of his followings are Bitcoins. You wanna make a meme out of him. You know what I mean? That explains it. Like, you know, I've been trying to tell it politely, saying, "Hey, Peter is a legend. He's a good guy. I love Peter. Doing the debate was amazing. He was a gentleman." But most of his followings are Bitcoiner. They want to make a meme out of it. That's it.
Exactly. In fact, these holders would keep buying more Bitcoin all the way down. Yes, I would. Yes. Then he goes on to say, think about that before you buy. The financial commenters added in the social media post. Let me think about that. So we have committed buyers as the price drops. I wonder if that's a good asset to buy.
What do you guys think?
Please leave a comment if you think you've got a huge slosh of committed buyers as the price drops. Is that a good thing to have in your portfolio?
I need to think about this because it's quite deep. You know what I mean?
It's a really, really tough one.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Bitcoin sentiment after Trump's speech is the most bullish since 2023. I didn't watch the Trump speech, so I'm going to leave it to you to tell me how bullish was this speech?
So here's the thing. I mean, first of all, it was delayed because some guy they wanted to kick out from the room, and there was a dump, if you remember, because everyone thought, he's not going to speak, and everything is cancelled. So the market was reacting quick. Then there was rumor that Elon was jetting in from wherever, which was in Paris. So the price pumped. And I was looking at the chart and looking at what was happening. It's like, damn, this is like in real life. You know what I mean?
Real time.
Real time. Sorry. And then he came in. Boom. Very much Trump as much as you can get. I think he clearly prepared the speech. The room was crazy. Like everything he was saying, he was chanting, you know, fight, and Bitcoin. He said a few lines. The overall thing was locked, so we couldn't leave, we couldn't get in. I think we had like somewhat in the 10,000 people in this room. Cameras everywhere. There was good energy in there. Everyone was clearly waiting for him to say something giga bullish, whether in fact he just said, you know, sell your Bitcoin. We want to hold whatever we've got in the US as a reserve currency. But I was expecting something, I don't want to say more, but maybe less, quote, prepared. Do you know what I mean?
A reserve currency.
So he basically said, all the Bitcoin the US has, we're not going to sell.
Macaroons.
Which is massive. Right. And he made he was talking about the fact that other people would be selling. I think he was talking about Germany. He didn't say Germany, but it was clear to me at least. And then he said, the one that we have in the US are going to stay and we're not going to sell them.
Yeah. So strategic reserves like such as oil and gold, right? And now Bitcoin has been added to the strategic reserves.
Exactly. And then he's gone weird into the Bitcoin made in America. I'm like, dude, this thing is decentralized. Like, you know, and then he mentioned, we can't let China mine Bitcoin. And I was like, well, it's going to happen. Like,
exactly.
Dude, hello. But I think what he meant was they don't want to be left behind in this race. So that overall was bullish. You can actually see in the price, right? It's been a reflection.
Exactly. It's reversed completely. But let's move on to another topic, though, right? Because, you know, Bitcoin is going to blast off, but Solana, there's lots of alpha out there. And Solana is going to produce the most amount of alpha out there for those people who are not quite degen, right? But they want to step a little bit closer to the degen space.
Yeah.
And I think Solana, right, will get you, is like a bet on the degen space without actually,
it's the gaze, the degen.
Exactly, without being full degen.
Makes sense. And do you think the price is going up because people are taking profit into Solana when let's say they buy a meme and the meme goes 10x, 100x, they'll cash it into Solana, right?
Well, whether or not it's because the reason why that it's actually not because of that, it's actually because most memes are priced in Solana. So when a new meme comes, it's priced in Solana. And so when it goes placed into for example, a decentralized exchange, they have to put the Solana there.
Yeah,
and so
liquidity and all
is
that.
for liquidity. And as the people buy into it, they're adding more Solana, and they're buying more Solana, and they're adding more Solana into the decentralized exchange,
Hence
locking it up. Hence, there's less Solana out there. Hence, the price continues to rise.
Okay. Makes sense.
And since, there's a lot of transactions, that also means there's a lot of people interested in buying and selling Solana for their meme coins. So yes, a lot of the movement is there. And because price is going up, because most people are just degens, they're only thinking, oh my God, I'm going to hold my Solana.
Because it's going to go up.
There you go.
And it's probably a component of people also, I think, maybe a smaller one, but people selling their memes into Solana to put the gasoline on the fire.
Yes, and then they hold it.
Exactly.
As long as they hold it, that's the key thing. And then it makes it easier to hold it if prices are going up, because the degens don't care. If it's going down, they're running.
Yeah. Guys, remember I tweeted about the outages on Solana? Do you remember my tweet? Yeah. And all the replies I got? Yeah, the gens don't care. They just they're in for the ride.
Exactly. So moving on, what the Ether ETF means for crypto adoption. Well, of course, this is an opinion piece, right? Slowly and then all at once seems to be an apt way to describe the pace with which crypto ETFs have come to the U.S. market. Yes, that's true. Took a while, but now it's all coming in.
There.
Yes, it's going to be a rapid movement of ETFs from the crypto space, right? It's mostly so that, although they'll say it's for, other companies, for people to speculate in the space as well, it doubles as a capturing unit for people who are just dumb enough not to hold their own crypto. And so anything that you hold digitally through the banking system, you don't own.
Yeah, it's not in your hands.
Right? Just so you know, if I'm telling you this is the law, right? If you give somebody your lawnmower to hold and they sell it, break it, whatever, they're not obliged to give you the same lawnmower back.
Which is the cash value.
Exactly. They're only obliged to give you the cash value back. The same applies for your digital assets, no matter what it is, whether it's a stock, whether it's a Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. And this means that if the asset becomes more valuable to you, the underlying asset, you're never getting it. Well, I can get dollars and go buy it. There will be a time when you can only have dollars, but you can't buy the asset. And if you don't believe that, right, back in 2008, gold and silver collapsed in price. Absolutely collapsed. But you couldn't buy it at the price that it was posted.
Of course.
You could only buy it for 2 or 3 times higher.
Yeah. And imagine now, we have this asset, aka Bitcoin, which is going to go into a run of a lifetime. So if you then do not have your keys, not your cheese, as we say here, and someone else has it, they can, at the moment of the trouble, say, oh, sorry, I have the asset, but don't worry, I'll print some cash and give you the value.
Exactly.
So they'll keep the good stuff and give you the bad stuff.
Exactly. So keep that in mind when you buy an ETF. If you do it for a temporary use case, like, for example, you just want to start off here in the space, you start off with an ETF or a, Coinbase or something like that, or any kind of exchange as a jumping point, and then, slowly move out and into the real stuff, right? But don't hold on to these things. Well, because all it is just like, okay, thank you very much. I have this ETF where you're going to pay for the Bitcoins for me, and these are mine.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Would you consider an ETF better than leaving the money on the exchange? Because I think so. I think having an ETF would be better than having, depending on the exchange, but most of the ETFs are on Coinbase, right? So
exactly. It would be because they're insured and they're guaranteed to, you are guaranteed to get your dollars value.
On an exchange.
Exactly.
It's different stuff.
Yeah, but you'd have to read the prospectus, right? Actually, so let me just roll that back. Because in the prospectus for gold ETF, if the custodial doesn't have the gold, it's not the BlackRock or whoever the ETF's
fault. It goes back to Coinbase.
it goes back to the
There's another layer in between.
Yeah, so you effectively have to sue the custodian. And I don't think that's for Coinbase and stuff like that. I don't think that's a big deal because they'll just pay you out in dollars. But yeah, anyways, let's do the TA and close it off for today because we've probably gone a little bit longer than I should have. But I don't have somebody in my ear telling me how long I'm going. So anyways, with that said, this was the Donald Trump dump, right? Because I knew that this was going to happen into the... I shorted this.
You told me you wanted to short, yeah.
And then I reversed my short. It was like immediately reversing, right? And yeah, now we are pumping. This is it. This is the last call, man. If you're not in position, right? This is going to get scary. Like you're thinking, well, it just went straight up. So, and there's a little bit of correction. So this has got to come back, right? And you can look at it the weekly. You're thinking, oh yeah, it's got to refill that gap, right? Too on top of that, right? It's got that gap on the airplane gap here. It's got to come back and fill that airplane gap. You're thinking, yeah, I'm going to wait. No. This is the market, is designed to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people most of the time.
Exactly. You don't want to be like the meme skeleton who was waiting for the $1,000 Bitcoin, right?
Exactly.
DCA into this thing.
Now, the best thing that could possibly happen, right? You could say, well, you know what? I don't believe that. Fine. You can hold off, but I would look for like some sort of head and shoulders pattern here, inverse head and shoulders pattern here, like to repeat this right here. And then that's it. We're off to the races, right? And if that happens, right? Yeah, you could probably buy down here, maybe in the 61, maybe, right? That might help partially fill the gap, but I would not bet on it. I'd get some Bitcoin here. If you haven't gotten your Bitcoin, I would get it now, right?
68, 51, sorry, 61, 68, 70. We're going higher, so who cares? I agree.
Looking at Ethereum looks ready to launch, right? It's broken above the previous resistance, which now is turning support. It was one support, and yeah, I know it's like it was resistance here. It was support here, then it became resistance, and now it became support here. It was support that failed, and now it's resistance that we've broken out. And hopefully, let's see it on the daily. Yeah, daily on the 4 hour. I mean, you can see that we are trying to retest that line. I've had that line for a while. If you've been watching my videos, so yeah, it's clear that is a support and resistance line. That's key, and we were looking for Ethereum to head up to the $4,000 area in the next little while. So yeah, Ethereum's ready to launch. I did something down here. You know what I did?
I remember.
Yeah, I know. I paid this guy. He helped me charter a flight, and I paid him in Ethereum. I was like, oh.
You told him you were getting the absolute bottom.
Exactly, because I did a video saying that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he's happy. He's very happy. Happy camper.
Happy camper.
Yeah, so be a happy camper, right? Right. You want to buy low, right? Sell high. Right? Don't be like we talked about that, right? With the Orc coin, with the Waffles coin, buy low, sell high.
Simple as.
It's not complicated. Don't come crying to me when prices give you a discount.
Exactly. And read the room, read the room. Like, exactly. If there is a 90% drop, well, maybe we can reconsider what we are saying, but look at the charts and read the room. Now it's time to scoop up that juicy deep. Things are on sale.
Exactly.
Time to buy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers.